been brought up now because Ms. Rodriguez clearly stated, oh, I don't want her around my daughter now.
Well, why would I when she kicked all her clothes out and threw glitter on it on June 24th along with your items?
Was she there?
Okay,
Was the
here we
daughter
go
there?
again.
No.
Boy, did I tell you, Ms. Rodriguez, that you could not interrupt just whenever the hell you wanted, and you just
He
did.
can?
No, you don't get to. I'm trying to keep this civil, and it's not. And you're now smirking or smiling or something like this is a joke. It's
So do
not.
you want me to frown or what would you like?
Yes,
'Cause-
that would probably be more appropriate than
Ooh.
smiling. Yes. It
Okay.
seems like a joke now.
Judge Madrigal.
No, I'm not ready.
Welcome back to the courtroom. This case is one of those courtroom battles where emotions, accusations, and family drama spill into every single word. On one side, we have Elizabeth Rodriguez, the mother, requesting sole managing conservatorship and even a move across Texas for her career. On the other side, Agustin Campos, the father, fighting to stay in his daughter's life and claiming he's being unfairly portrayed as absent and irresponsible. But here's the kicker: both sides come armed with stories of police calls, CPS involvement, and even stalking allegations. Today, you're about to witness a custody showdown where every testimony could completely shift the judge's perspective. So buckle in, because this isn't just about visitation schedules. This is about credibility, trust, and whether a child's safety is truly...
No, I'm not ready.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll start with Ms. Rodriguez.
Okay.
Morning, Ms. Rodriguez. Can you please state your name?
Elizabeth Rodriguez.
Please state the name of your child.
Olivia Rodriguez.
Who's the father of the child?
Agustin Campos.
What's your relationship with him like?
No relationship. We just have a child together.
What's his relationship like with his daughter?
No comment. I don't know.
Okay. So in the prior order, we said some
They have visits.
I'm sorry, you said something, Ms. Rodriguez, or you did not?
No,
You followed it up with something. I didn't hear what it was.
I didn't say anything when he asked what the relationship with the child was. I answered, and after that, I didn't say anything.
Okay. Well, I heard mumbling of some kind. Okay, Mr. Aziz,
Can I
Yes,
say something or no?
you have an objection already, Mr. Campos? What?
Yeah, just real quick. Just when we were at court last, I was a great father. I was, a bunch of different stuff.
Okay,
Just-
you're-
Your Honor, I'll be asking him the same questions he can
Okay.
answer.
Just, you're going to remember to tell me all
Notice
that.
what just happened here. Elizabeth claims Campos doesn't show up, not to medical visits, not to school events, not even when invited to pay for daycare. That's a devastating line for a custody case, because courts put a huge emphasis on parental involvement. If one parent is consistently absent, the court leans toward the parent who actually handles the day-to-day. But here's where it gets tricky. Campos is going to argue that this is selective storytelling, that he is involved, but Elizabeth's painting him out to be a ghost parent. The judge's job now? Sift through what's fact, what's exaggeration, and what's...
You're going to remember to tell me all that. So right now,
Okay.
that's not an objection that she testified differently. You'll tell me in a minute on your side. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Rodriguez, in my opening statement, I indicated you were requesting the sole managing conservatorship. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're also requesting the geographic restriction in the state of Texas. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who does the child live with?
Me.
Who makes the day-to-day decisions regarding the child?
Me.
How involved is Mr. Campos in these decisions?
Which decisions?
In general, ma'am.
None.
Have you spoken to him about have you tried to solicit his input?
Yes, he has been, I guess, invited to hospital visits. He doesn't show. He was invited to open house at daycare, didn't show. He's been invited to pay invoices at daycare, doesn't acknowledge anything. So he's more than welcome to, he just doesn't.
What was the last communication you had with Mr. Campos?
Let me stop you, Mr. I see if there's a lawyer in the waiting room that I think I recognize there as a lawyer. So Ms. Alvarez, do you want to deal with that?
Yes, Your Honor. Give me one.
It's for a 1030 case, I think, yeah.
Good morning, Miss Peach. I'm gonna go ahead and send you a pop-up to, it's gonna appear on your screen. If you can just go ahead and click join, and then they're gonna be with you shortly.
Okay, I wanted to let you know that Cliff is not going to be here today. We sent an email to Evan. We filed a motion to consolidate and consolidated this into a
Ms.
divorce.
Peach, everything,
Yeah.
we're live streaming on YouTube
Yeah.
right now.
Yes, there's a hearing happening right now, Miss Peach, so I'm just gonna transfer you over to a breakout room, and then
Thank
I'll
you.
let one of the attorneys know to join you in that breakout
Thank
room.
Thank you, Ms. Peach.
Sorry, Judge.
No problem, Ms. Peach. I only have one courtroom for everybody to come through.
Okay, Mr. Rodriguez, why are you requesting the expansion of the geographic restriction to the state of Texas?
I have a job opportunity in San Antonio,
What's the nature of this opportunity?
just promotion.
Do you have any other ties to San Antonio?
All of my family is out there.
And how likely is this promotion?
I'm pretty sure if I accept it, I can.
Okay, so it has been offered.
Yes, I got an offering letter
If you were to accept the promotion, when would it begin?
within a month.
Within a month. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Now, this is a major turning point. Elizabeth isn't just asking for custody, she's asking for the right to relocate. Courts treat relocation requests very seriously because moving a child can mean drastically reducing the other parent's access. San Antonio isn't across the country, but it's still a significant move, and the fact that her entire family is there gives her a strong support system argument. But Campos will likely frame this as an excuse to push him out. This becomes a legal tug of war between parental rights versus the best opportunity for stability.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. So, Ms. Rodriguez, regarding your request for the visitation schedule, can you please explain to the court why you're requesting the location for the exchange of the visits be changed to the Cowell Police Department?
Because as of the last court hearing that we had, his first visit, which we all agreed upon, would be the Father's Day weekend. In the temporary orders, it does show that he's supposed to have somebody drive him. He showed up June 15th after Father's Day, driving himself. This last visit, August, when he returned my daughter, August 3rd, he showed up with no car seat for our 1-year-old. There was yelling, there was shouting, so the police got involved, and I made a police report.
What was the result of that? When the cops arrived, what happened?
I made a report, and then I was told to follow up with CPS.
Did you?
Yes.
And then what happened?
Just an investigation.
Let's see here. Why are you requesting the prohibition against Mr. Campos consuming alcohol or any illegal drugs during and up to 24 hours prior to a visit?
To my knowledge, at the end of
This is big. Anytime police involvement and CPS reports are brought into custody hearings, the court takes it seriously, even if no charges stick. Elizabeth's building a paper trail, police reports, CPS investigations, violations of court orders. To a judge, this signals chaos and risk. But here's the other side. Just because a police report exists doesn't automatically mean misconduct happened. Judges have to be cautious because sometimes reports are filed strategically in custody wars. What do you think? Is this protective parenting or legal
knowledge, at the end of July, he was involved in an assault that had nothing to do with me, but he was involved in assault that resulted because of him being intoxicated. In the past, he's had an ankle monitor that involved his sobriety, and he also has, I believe, 3 DWIs.
You're also requesting the 24 hours notice provision. Can you please explain to the court why?
Yes. June 21st was his weekend. First, third, fifth weekend. June 21st was his weekend. He waited until 3:30 that same day to let me know
This
he
right
had
here is a credibility killer. Elizabeth claims he has 3 DWIs and even an ankle monitor in his past. If proven true, that history alone could justify restrictions on visitation, like sobriety conditions, supervised visits, or limited overnight access. Judges don't gamble with child safety, especially when alcohol or drugs are in play. But let's be real, this courtroom isn't just about facts, it's about proof. If Campos can't shake off this history, it's going to haunt him every step of the
Same day to let me know he had a family emergency. But it wasn't an emergency. He went to a concert in Houston. June 28th, I did agree to allow Olivia to go with him. I've been told I'm bitter and I keep the baby, so I didn't have any plans that day. So yes, he asked, and I did allow him to take her for the day. When it was time to give her back, I believe in the temporary court orders, the judge signed off that his paramour is not allowed to be with the child unsupervised. I have video recordings of Mr. Campos leaving my daughter there and driving off. When I knocked on the door to get my child back, she refused to open the door, so I had to call the police. So there was a police report made for that, and somehow Mr. Campos ended up being arrested on June 29th. July 5th was his weekend because it was considered the first weekend of the month. I did reach out and ask to make sure he was going to show up to our designated area. That was the weekend of the Texas floods. So I drove from San Marcos down to Buda regardless. I didn't hear from him, but I still showed up. I got no response back. Turns out Mr. Campos was, I guess, on a 4th of July vacation and couldn't inform me of it.
This is one of those gotcha moments. The court had already ordered that the girlfriend should not be left unsupervised with the child, yet Elizabeth has video proof that it happened. That's a direct violation of temporary orders, and judges do not like when parents ignore their rulings. Think about it. If a parent won't follow the court's rules now, how can they be trusted with more responsibility later? This could be a huge strike against Campos. But do you think this was reckless parenting or just sloppy
Couldn't
oversight?
inform me of it. And then August 3rd ended up being where he showed up with no car seat for our child. Had her in the back seat. So I prefer everything, instead of me having to call the police, we can just already be at a police department.
Do you have any fears regarding Mr. Campos of threats, violence, harassment, stalking?
Yes, Mr. Campos was arrested at the end of May for stalking harassment. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think that might have been why he got arrested on the 29th, because he decided to show up.
For stalking and harassment to who?
To me.
Okay. Are there any other such incidents you'd like to bring to the court's attention?
Other than we had court, early June 12th, I believe. I never received insurance. I asked several times. July 13th, I took a screenshot. I asked again. I needed the insurance. So by August 1st, I had her on my own insurance. I barely received insurance maybe last week, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the week before, but June 16th, I reached out to Mr. Campos to let him know that I was having to go to the emergency room with our child, and he claimed that he was at work, but the girlfriend did inform me that he actually got fired, so he was there all day with her. June 18th, I had to take her to after hours visit. I reached out to let Mr. Campos know. He said he was at work, but again, the girlfriend confirmed where he was, what he was doing all day. He was off the whole week because he had gotten fired. I'm asking for her to just get on Medicaid at this point, because at least I know she'll have coverage versus Mr. Campos coming and going with these jobs, because it takes 30 days to get insurance. And with a child, you never know what's going to happen with her.
What is the cost of your health insurance plan?
If I'm not mistaken, they charge $115 weekly because we get paid weekly. So it's $115 a week, I believe.
Per week?
Yes, sir. But that's because they do cover our insurance, but adding a dependent on there, that's when it goes up.
Is that $115 per week amount solely for the child?
Yes, for dependents, but it doesn't matter if I put 1 or 2, it's just flat 115.
If
Okay.
they didn't have the child, do they charge you anything at all?
For the child, yes, I did. I had to
No,
put
no, if you didn't have
Health
the child.
insurance. Not exactly the most dramatic detail, but one of the most important. Elizabeth is paying $115 a week to cover the child, and that adds up to nearly $500 a month. For a single parent, that's no small expense. Courts look at this because financial stability directly impacts a child's well-being. Meanwhile, she's arguing Campos is inconsistent with jobs and benefits, making her carry the weight. On paper, whoever provides steady health coverage gets points in the judge's eyes. But, as you'll see later, Campos pushes back hard on this narrative.
I had to
No,
put
no,
her.
if you didn't have the child on.
Oh,
they
no,
charge
if I'm not
you for your-
mistaken, no, my company pays for our insurance. For our health insurance, we just have to pay an extra couple dollars for dental, vision, and life insurance.
Does this 115 cover all that, dental, vision, and life?
No, I believe it's going to be an additional $12 for her dental for the month.
They don't take it out weekly like they do the medical?
Yes, ma'am. But and again, it's $12 a month, but divided weekly.
But that's a separate line item from the 115 a week for the medical.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're not including vision. The law doesn't let me have him paid for vision, but just medical and dental.
I'm not too sure about vision, to be honest. I didn't see it as a line item on there.
Okay.
Ms. Rodriguez, why are you requesting that romantic partners of Mr. Campos, why are you requesting the presence of a third party? Should there be romantic partners of Mr. Campos around the child?
Well, the judge signed off on it last time, and it sort of worked in a sense of, I just don't agree that my child should see Mr. Campos and I, and then he take her to another paramour, however you want to call it. She gets upset at the wrong person, in my opinion. She gets upset that Mr. Campos does her wrong, and she takes it out on me, and I don't feel comfortable I don't feel comfortable 1,000%. She's made comments in regards to my daughter. When she's upset, she takes it out on my daughter via text message, and I have all that proof as well. I tried co-parenting her. I will admit to that. I tried as far as, yes, there was a time where we tried communicating fairly and we tried communicating civil, and that was fine and dandy, but it's always when Mr. Campos does something wrong, she likes to take it out on myself, and lately she's been making comments in regards to my daughter, and I just don't appreciate it or feel comfortable with it.
Do you have any concerns about threats, violence, harassment, stalking from this individual?
No.
Okay. Do you have any other family violence or domestic violence concerns you'd like the court to know?
Other than on August 3rd, when Mr. Campos was following my 3 kids and I to the vehicle, questioning who was I with, I put 2 and 2 together, realizing there's no way that he kept yelling if I had a car seat.
Now the girlfriend enters the spotlight again, and not in a flattering way. Elizabeth claims the girlfriend lashes out when angry, even making comments about the child. Judges take third-party influence very seriously in custody cases. If the court believes a child is exposed to hostility, it could lead to restrictions on who can be around the child. This isn't just about parents anymore. It's about the environment they create. Question for you. Should romantic partners even play a role in custody decisions? Or should it be strictly between?
Kept yelling if I had a car seat. Yes, all vehicles that we have car seats. I don't know why he thought I didn't have one. The police took a picture of the car seat that I have. But I put 2 and 2 together because I know his truck was repoed and the car seat was in there. So then I realized either he had to purchase a new car seat or there's no car seat. So I did go back to confirm that vehicle had no car seat. And when I did that, his brother, who was the driver, came out yelling, just yelling and being extremely vulgar with his words, with my children around. Other than that, I mean, no other family violence with that.
Is there anything else that you'd like the court to know?
No, other than Mr. Campos is the one that picked and agreed with first, third, fifth weekend. He missed more than half of them on his own. All really I want is for him to stop making the final decision of where I can live, who I can have my child around, when he pays child support, whenever it's convenient for him. That's about it.
No further questions for this witness, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness.
Okay, before we go to Mr. Campos, here we go again. I've got another person in the waiting room that might come in late. So Ms. Alvarez, if you take care of that.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll call Mr. Campos. Good morning, Mr. Campos. Could you please state your name?
Good morning. My name is Agustin Campos.
Please state the name of your child.
Olivia Rodriguez.
Who is the mother of the child?
Elizabeth Rodriguez.
What's your relationship with her like?
That was Elizabeth's mic drop moment. She's basically saying, I just want him out of the driver's seat of my life. She's framed him as inconsistent, unreliable, and dangerous at times, while portraying herself as the steady parent. The key word here, stability. Judges lean heavily on stability in custody rulings. If Elizabeth convinced the court she provides consistency, she's gained the upper hand. But don't tune out yet. Campos is about to fire back with his own version of events. And trust me, it's
Relationship with her
fiery.
like?
Non-existent.
What's your relationship like with your daughter?
Lovely. It's great. Great relationship. Last time we were here, Liz was preaching to the top of the mountains that I was a good dad, and here we are a couple months later. It's not the same. I have videos, I have proof, I have pictures, I have everything that, Olivia loves me, and we get along great. Ms. Rodriguez's basis the fact of, of course she's with Ms. Rodriguez 24/7. And of course, when it's time for her to give her to me, she does get upset. Of course, she doesn't want to leave her mom, who she's with 24/7. And she cries for a minute or two, but I always call her, FaceTime her right after, message her, and I'm like, she's fine, and we have no issue. She's never cried with me just randomly. She's never had issues. I've never had to call Miss Rodriguez or calm her down. She is great. She gets along great with me and my girlfriend. She's great. She is the happiest baby when she's with us. Ms. Rodriguez couldn't tell you otherwise.
Thank you, sir. Now, you're requesting a joint managing conservatorship and the geographic restriction on Ms. Rodriguez to Hayes and surrounding counties. That was ordered in the temporary order. You're requesting that to continue. Is that correct?
Yes. Once again, just 2 months ago, I could be the joint conservatorship. She's mad. There's more underlying things to this case. Who, I'm not going to bring up. I'm not going to bring out. She's upset at other things and just taking it out on this, which is clear as day. Clear as day. Just last time we were here, Judge Madrigal, she was all about it. She was all about this and that, and now she's upset that I've cut a lot of things off with her, and she doesn't like it. It's not fair to my relationship or anything like that. Doesn't make sense to me. And then her trying to move to San Antonio, Mrs. Rodriguez, this is her third job here in the past year and a half. She got fired from ABC. She went to another job, got let go from there, is at another job now, is at another job now, and she wants to move to San Antonio. She doesn't, she was at ABC for a long time. She went from ABC to another job, and now she's at another job.
Can I say something, please?
No,
Go ahead.
no, you get to talk
Okay.
after he finishes. Let him
That's
tell a
fine.
story. He didn't.
Okay, so
you already let him.
this is her third job. She can't hold a job. I've been in the electrical field for 20 years. For 20 years, I've on my own have switched jobs. Mrs. Rodriguez reaches out to my girlfriend all the time, constantly harasses her, and my girlfriend tells her things just to make her mad. I could bring check stubs, everything. I have a job. I always have a job. I'm not like Ms. Rodriguez. I have a trade. I have a craft. I'm good at what I do. I'm known for what I do. I'm a good electrician. she's, you know, in the past 20 years, I've been without work 2 times, and those are all voluntary. Every single one of them have been voluntary. And then when I switch from one job to another, it takes AG a little while to catch up. So I get that 100%, but I don't feel like Mrs. Rodriguez should be allowed to go to San Antonio. No, not she could go, but
Sir, your internet.
He froze. Let's see if he unfreezes or he gets bumped out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody. My other phone got hot and it just turned off on me, but I'm good now.
We recognize you froze, and so we waited. We haven't done a thing without you. Waiting
That's
for you
fine.
back.
So, like I was,
Hold on, Ms. Alvarez, if you'll just rename him for me, that'll help. And we'll
Yes, Your Honor.
continue answering a question, Mr. Augustine. Campos.
yeah. Like I said, Ms. Rodriguez, she hasn't held a steady job either. She doesn't know what she's doing. I've literally I've held the same job for 20 years. It's just I left 2 places voluntarily, and Mrs. Rodriguez wants to say I'm fired. She has no clue. She just goes off of hearsay. She has no proof of anything. Anything that comes out of her mouth is hearsay. That's all she'll say. Oh, I heard. Oh, someone told me. She
Mr.
has no
Campos,
solid-
could you please just answer the question asked?
Hey, I answered it. Did you not
Sir.
get that answer?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, now with respect to visitation, it's my understanding you're requesting a week off, week on schedule. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can you please explain to the court why you're asking for this?
Why am I asking for that? Because you're literally giving me 24 hours twice a month and maybe 3 times a month. There's no reason why I can't have. Should I elaborate, or you just want the answer?
Carry on, sir.
Okay. You let me know if it's running too long. Why can I have my daughter more? I don't have an issue with my baby. Why can't I get more time? Why am I only 24 hours twice a week, 3 times a week? You know, there's nothing. I can get my kid that amount of time. I can adjust for that. I can have her. I have ways to get her to her daycare. I have her own daycare. I could take her to daycare. I can do everything. I have everything at my disposal. I don't see why I can't have her 50-50.
Do you have access to private health insurance that you can place the child on?
She's been on my health insurance. Liz has everything. She has the medical, she has the dental, she has the vision, she has the hearing, she has the whole 9. She has every single part imaginable. And it's
Have you,
prorated back to when she was born.
Have you provided that documentation to Ms. Rodriguez as required by the court order?
Yes.
Sir? Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now regarding the May 2024 incident Ms. Rodriguez testified to that resulted in family violence charges and a temporary protective order, what's your side of the story on that, sir?
I can't tell you that. I'm not supposed to speak on that.
Okay.
All right, Judge Madrigal, you told me not to talk about it, right?
You know, this is the first time I heard this time about a protective order, Mr. Asif. I hadn't heard that yet this time.
It was discussed at the last hearing, Your Honor.
I
There was
don't
a temporary
remember that. And,
protective.
I
Okay.
don't remember all the details. I have too many cases. You know, you have the right against self-incrimination, so you can answer questions as you like, or if you take the 5th, if you don't want to. That's what I can tell you. So, Mr.
Yeah,
Asif,
it's just allegations that
Hold on, Mr. Gomez.
just-
Mr.
oh, sorry.
Asif, if you want to tell me any more about the protective order I'm not sure I understood what you were referring to. So without putting more evidence on it through Ms. Rodriguez, I'm going to have you not ask Mr. Campos about it.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Regarding then the incidents that I want to go through these incidents sequentially, Mr. Campos, that Ms. Rodriguez testified to. I want to get your side of the story.
Yeah.
All right. So regarding the June 16th incident, she testified that you didn't appear at the hospital during some medical emergency. What's your side of the story, sir?
I was at work. June 16th at what time? What time was it?
We were there like at 5 in.
Ms. Rodriguez, but one at a time. Ms. Rodriguez, it's Mr. Campos' turn to talk.
At the time I was starting work at 4:00 in the morning. I would get up 4:30 to to late to 5, 6 o'clock. So I was at work. You need documentation, I can provide it.
Thank you, sir. Regarding the 6/18, Ms. Rodriguez testified that you didn't appear for a visit on June 18th. What's your side of the story on that, sir?
June 18th.
No, sorry.
You got to give it a little bit more details. You're just
Okay.
Can I clarify? I'm sorry.
Well, just in general, sir, she testified that you did not appear. Mr. Campos, are you there, sir?
I'm right here.
Just in general, she's testified that you failed to make appearances at certain visits. What's your side of the story on that?
I work. That's my thing. I work.
Okay. Now, regarding the August 2nd incident she testified to, where there was a CPS was called, there was an investigation into for child endangerment. What's your side of the story on that, sir?
I handed the baby to Ms. Rodriguez. I asked her about a car seat, and when I looked at her, she that was a Sunday. She was. I have pictures, proof. Was she at Sunday Fun Day that day? Her eyes were bloodshot, and I asked her, "Where's the car seat?" She kind of looked kind of weird, and she started walking towards her car, and I was like, "Do you have a car seat?" I was like, "You look drunk." I told Mr. Rodriguez, "You look drunk," and then she got mad, and she goes, "Where's your car seat?" It was in the truck. I had moved it to the front seat. She proceeded to go over to my brother's truck and open my brother's truck without my brother allowing to. That's my brother's property. She went over there and just opened the trunk for no reason and started recording my brother and all that. And of course, my brother got mad. It's not like it was just unprovoked. She went over there. She had been drinking that day. I'm willing to promise that she had been drinking that day. She had been drinking that day, and I asked her clearly, and she didn't say yes or no, but she got mad when I said that, then asked me for my car seat, went over and opened my brother's door because my brother was dropping us off, and my brother was dropping us off because I'm not allowed to drive, and that's what happened that day. She opened my brother's truck without my brother allowing it to, which is, that's not, you're not supposed to touch anybody else's property. That's against the law to do that.
Thank you, sir. Do you have a driver's license at this time?
No, sir.
Have you been making efforts to obtain a driver's license?
Yes, through a hardship, but no, my license will be reinstated in January. And I have my dad will take me from here on out. My brother, I was having my brother do it, but since she went over there and started acting crazy with my brother, my dad's going to do it now. I have people to take me and pick me up.
Thank you, sir. And just to clarify, have you purchased a car seat for the child?
I've had the same car seat since my 3-year-old son has been born. It's the same one. The truck that me and her had together, I let it get repoed. I cleaned it out. I will, if the court wants me to, I will get an itemized list of what was left inside of the truck because repos do that, and there will not be a car seat in there. I took the car seat. I've had the same car seat. It has not changed. Same stains, same pictures, same everything. I still have the same car seat.
Thank you, sir. Do you have any fears of threats, violence, harassment, or stalking from Ms. Rodriguez?
Yes, she's shown up at my girlfriend's house. She's attacked my girlfriend. I have videos of that. She's shown up randomly. She's shown up to where we were at and has stated, I'm outside, tell your pussy ass girlfriend to show up, to come outside. I have text messages. I have everything. But since Ms. Rodriguez has an existing case on me, she's allowed to do that because we have to coexist because of the baby. They won't press charges on it till my charges are addressed, and then they will address Mrs. Rodriguez's charges.
And how did you come to be aware of this?
How did I come to be aware of what?
What you just testified to,
because
that they can't address her charges until they address yours.
There's some other charges that are happening behind the scenes, and we've tried to address her. I have videos of her showing up to my girlfriend's house trying to fight her on 2 different occasions. And can I address one more thing right now, or will you just still on this?
Answer the question, sir, and then
okay, well, we tried to press charges on her, and they said that we tried to press charges on her, and they said to wait till my charges are addressed, see where that goes, and then we'll address Mrs. Rodriguez's charges.
Okay. And who told you that? Was it law enforcement?
Yes, a detective with APD. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Okay. What is the cost of your health insurance?
I told you that last time. I don't have it off the top of my head. It's,
The order that I reviewed in the temporary order says that his cost is $156 for medical and $9 for dental. That was in the court order. Do you dispute that, Mr. Campos?
no, I don't dispute that.
Are you still, are you making the same income that you made back at
Yes.
the time of the temporary order, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's it was determined to be $6,931.06 per month before taxes.
$39.99.
Okay, $39.99. All right. 693.
right?
Wait,
What?
The temporary order's finding is let's see here.
Yeah, because then you included the takeoff of the insurance and all of that stuff, and then the 3% that they take from my check for my union dues, and then my union
Yes,
dues.
yes, sir. I was going to ask you about that as well. I was going to ask you to confirm the union dues of $55
A month.
a month. Yes.
Yeah, and then they take 5% of my check they take.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Let's see here. Are you comfortable with your contact information being in the court order? Are you comfortable, Ms. Rodriguez, knowing your phone, your email, your physical address?
I mean, she already knows it, but no, I'm not comfortable with her knowing it.
Would you like for that to be kept confidential in the court order, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And if the confidentiality is granted, are you able to communicate? Would you be okay with communicating with Ms. Rodriguez via the use of a third-party app?
Yeah.
So, where do we stand after Elizabeth's testimony? We've got allegations of no-shows, intoxication, police reports, CPS involvement, and even disputes over car seats and girlfriends. On her side, Elizabeth paints herself as the parent holding it all together while Campos spirals. But now, as Campos takes the stand, he flips the script, claiming he's the stable, hard-working father, and Elizabeth is the one exaggerating and stirring drama. This clash is about to get even more explosive. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
Yeah, she writes me. She just wrote me 2 days ago in the middle of the night, 1 o'clock in the morning, randomly.
Thank you, sir.
For what? I don't know. Ask her.
All right.
how did she communicate with you? By email or by the app or by text or what?
No,
By
by text. She always writes me. Always writes me. Text
You
message
all have
middle of
his
the night.
text? Is that the only way you communicate, Mr. Campos?
No, I could communicate however, text, email, carrier pigeon, however it may be.
No, I'm asking you what's happened, not what you think can happen.
both.
What has been
Everything.
happening?
Everything, Your Honor, everything. She broke the ice because I had blocked her. She broke the ice by emailing me, and then we started emailing little by little, and then she started texting me, and that's how it was.
Okay.
And this has been Ms. Rodriguez reaching out to me. If Ms. Rodriguez thinks it's otherwise, she could state so right now. I have the proof of that.
No, you don't get to give her permission. I'm going to finish with you first before you go back to her.
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying you blocked her on your cell phone?
Yeah, on the 28th, when she lied when she said I have no idea why he went to jail the 28th was because she filed charges on me for reaching out to her and stuff like that. So she knows exactly what happened. So she lied under oath saying, I don't know what happened. Ms. Rodriguez knows exactly what happened. So I blocked her that day.
Right from the start, the tension is thick. Mr. Compost refuses to share his contact info, fearing harassment. He claims Ms. Rodriguez keeps contacting him at odd hours, 1 a.m. texts and emails. The judge proposes a third-party app to manage communication, but the friction is already on full display.
So I blocked her that day. And that's why I missed the July one, because I was unsure if I was able to get my daughter or not, because she goes on about life like nothing. She presses charges on me. She does all these things, and then she goes on about life. She can still contact me. She can write Gus. She can call Gus. She can harass my girlfriend. She can write my girlfriend. She can call me. But if I do anything that she doesn't like, automatic harassment, Mrs. Judge Madrigal. And she got me for harassment because she was upset about something. I can't remember. And then I was unaware if I could reach out to her or not. So my girlfriend was like, let's just go to Washington and just get over all this. And I went to Washington. I blocked her to avoid any communication. And that's when she started emailing me. We both got an email from Hays County talking about the final orders. And then she started emailing me on her own. And then that's how the conversation started. And then she started texting me because she got mad. She's like, oh, you have me blocked. Oh, well, then keep me blocked. I have that email as well. If you want to see it, I don't know what she wants. Like, she hates that I reach out to her or talk to her. But then when I don't, it's a big deal. But she can reach out to me whenever she wants. I'm totally confused by the whole thing. And I don't know if I could talk to her about my baby, if it counts as what, if it counts as this.
Okay, well, let
You
me
know, she
stop,
can question-
stop you.
she
What do
can-
you want from here forward? From your side,
Mr.
what would
Compost explains he blocked Miss Rodriguez after charges were filed against him. He's confused about what he can and cannot do regarding their daughter. Meanwhile, every attempt to reach a peaceful communication method spirals into accusations of harassment. Classic courtroom chaos.
from here forward, from your side, what would work as far as communication? What you've been doing, or you want to just do it by a third-party app close, it's a free thing, and y'all just communicate that way, unless it's the advance notice for visits or cancellation of visits?
Judge Madrigal, we've already tried that app.
And
Mrs. Rodriguez doesn't communicate. She doesn't communicate. She doesn't care. If I say something, she just leaves it as I don't have to answer. And you're right, she doesn't have to answer. But so what good does that do? She's non-responsive because she doesn't care. She doesn't care. Non-responsive. That was the issue last time. And she doesn't care. She doesn't care about what you have to say. She doesn't care about anything. She doesn't care. I tell her all the time, Liz, you're not the judge. You don't decide. If I'm not doing my side, Judge Madrigal will see that, and she does the penalties. You're not the one that gets to decide, oh, you don't get your daughter today. You don't get your daughter today.
okay,
You know,
Mr. Campos, how do I
she's
figure
tripping
out?
on 2 days that I
Let me
missed.
stop you. Let me just stop you. How do I figure out whether you had a car seat or whether you were driving or not? Because she's made those allegations. How do I know who to punish if I don't know what happened? If y'all are telling me different stories. I'm talking
It's
to you.
it's on her to prove that I didn't. That I did and I didn't. It's on her. I didn't.
There's cameras.
Okay, cool. Show the camera.
There's a police report. She can.
Your Honor, I
No,
think
No,
this is
I said I
it
wouldn't
doesn't
allow this.
matter.
I would not allow y'all talking to each other because this is what's going to happen. It's going to get out of control. And
You're right. 100%. The police report doesn't matter. It just took what she says. A police report means nothing. We weren't even there when the police showed up. We had left already.
Your Honor, Mr. Campos,
Ms. Rodriguez could have-
I believe the question has been answered. I asked if he wanted confidentiality of his contact information, if he was comfortable communicating via the app. I think it's very clear. He's answered that question.
Yes, Mr. Aziz. Aziz, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Aziz, you're 100% correct. Mrs. Rodriguez doesn't communicate. She doesn't like to. She doesn't care to.
Okay. Thank you,
Tell
sir.
me what she did or didn't do. How would you want to communicate with her? What's the best way that y'all can communicate? Because you're going to have to communicate.
message.
You gotta
Do-
keep
do-
it together.
Do a text message, but do a text message. She's the one that's doing everything else, not me.
Okay. Did you finish, Mr. Essie? If you can continue if you haven't finished.
I have some more questions, Your Honor. Mr. Campos, at the last setting, you stated you wanted the child's surname to be changed to Campos. Is that still the case?
100%.
Can you please explain to the court why you're making this request?
Because that's tradition. She has my last name, and she's just doing it out of spite. Her 2 other girls have their dad's last name.
Okay.
He left her high and dry. So what's the difference?
And are you requesting that the court costs for today's proceeding be waived against you, sir?
No, I'll pay it. Put it on my tab.
Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like the court to know?
Yes. Judge Madrigal said that my girlfriend could not be at the pickup and drop-offs. We could go back and listen to the last hearing. Pickups and drop-offs. That was
Sir,
the only thing.
we're not going over the order was written. It was signed by a judge. It's in full effect in force of law. We're not going back, and what we're here to do today is to get a final order. That's why we can change what was in the temporary order if you're dissatisfied with those terms.
Okay. Well, yeah, because those were placed in there for no reason. That's why I'm bringing it up. Judge Madrigal never stated that was the case. She just said a pickup and drop-offs. there's no reason why my girlfriend can't be around my daughter. I live with my girlfriend. My daughter loves my girlfriend. I have pictures, videos, whatever you may see. You could have a observer come observe us for a week. There's no issue why my girlfriend can't be around my daughter. Let's bring up background checks. Let's let Ms. Rodriguez submit her background. I'll submit mine. My girlfriend submit hers, and let's see who looks like a better parent on paper. Let's do that.
Thank you, sir. No further questions, Your Honor. I'll pass the witness.
Okay, we're not done yet by a long shot.
I'd like to recall Ms. Rodriguez.
Go ahead.
If you don't mind, can you said to take notes on some of the comments.
But
So
we're not
if you don't
there
mind,
yet.
can
Dave's gonna ask you questions first, because they're prosecuting this case. And
That's
if
fine.
you still haven't asked you the question you want to answer or tell me about, then you'll still get to do that in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
He demands
we-
his girlfriend be allowed at pickups and drop-offs, showing videos and photos as proof. Judge Madrial holds firm. Orders are in force. Both sides prepare to submit background checks, as custody disputes turn into a full-blown parental face-off.
Now, before I go on, how old are you, Mr. Campos?
I'm 38 years old, ma'am.
How old are you, ma'am?
33.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Ms. Rodriguez, our record suggests there was an incident on May 21st, 2024 regarding abandonment and endangerment of a child on the end of Mr. Campos. What occurred on that day, ma'am?
Mr. Campos was upset that I had. Me and Mr. Campos were not in any kind of relationship. He was upset that I met somebody. He showed up. It was like this was a Thursday. Stole my car keys. I have text messages and all that fun stuff of that. Returned my car keys later that night, but it got physical. Did I do anything about it? No, I didn't. I waited until the following Monday when he showed back up and I had my other two daughters there. And there was already a case with Mr. Campos in regards to them. So Mr. Campos took my phone, so I had to grab my laptop, run to the closet, message my sister-in-law to call the cops to my apartment, and 5 minutes later they showed up. And they took a statement, they took pictures, they took screenshots, and that was it.
Your Honor, for the court's information, this incident is criminal cause PREFCR 242147D. I'm asking the court to take judicial notice of it. This case has been closed administratively.
Oh, I would love to take judicial notice, but all I have is her testimony on what supposedly happened. I don't have the official records. I'm not willing to take judicial notice of testimony. Unless
Yes,
you
Your Honor.
have it. But
I can provide official records, Your Honor.
The reason that the charge is towards the minor, which is Olivia, his daughter, is because Mr. Campos hit me with me holding her in my arms.
is it resolved?
She alleged that, and the charges were dropped.
Yeah, Your Honor, yes, Your Honor, the case.
They were-
this case-
they were- the charges were dropped.
Please,
Mr.
it's not
Campos,
your time
your
to
turn
speak.
in a minute. We're
Your
gonna
Honor, this
follow
case
up. I'm
has
not
been closed,
stupid. I know
yes.
what the next thing is. So yeah, Ms. Rodriguez, what happened to the charge?
If I'm not mistaken, they dropped them towards Olivia, but they're still ongoing with me. I haven't had anybody else tell me otherwise. I know I'm working with victim services. I got a lot of things approved as far as, yes, I am still working towards a protective order and I am waiting on approval on that. And then just finances of,
It
losses.
takes so long. If they try to protect somebody, they move pretty quick. I'm not following why a year ago, nobody's done anything about a protective order yet.
I don't know. I mean, if you have an answer, then I would love it as well. All I know is I got this in the mail July 22nd to fill out as far as
Of what year?
2025.
You just got something on a report you made a year ago?
Yeah.
And here we are, August 14th, and she's yet to fill it out or turn it in. Not that important.
Okay, no comments, Mr. Campos. Now your turn. Continue, Ms. Joseph.
Yes, Your Honor. Now, Ms. Rodriguez, there was a I also have records suggesting there was an incident on December 10th, 2024, resulted in assault causing bodily injury to a family member. What happened then?
I was out in New Braunfels. Mr. Campos did have my daughter that day. He asked for her. I gave her, I allowed him to take her. I met up with him. I gave him the baby like he asked. I went out to New Braunfels and Mr. Campos showed up to Willie's Bar and Dine, whatever it is, with our daughter and caused a scene. I left with my baby. Witnesses show Mr. Campos following me in the parking lot. I put my daughter in the car seat. At the time, she was maybe 7 or 8 months old. I put her in the car seat. Mr. Campos proceeded to follow me down I-35. I noticed I didn't properly buckle my daughter in the car seat, I guess being in a hurry. I called 911, letting them know I didn't feel comfortable pulling over with him behind me, where was the nearest police station? Is there a police nearby so they can pull over with me just so I can pull over and properly secure my daughter? So that happened. When they took the report, they saw that Mr. Campos had called me over 500 times that day, with numerous text messages on both my work phone and my personal phone. During that time, when they were taking the report, Mr. Campos was still calling. So they considered that stalking and harassment.
There's also, our records also suggest an incident on May 20th, 2025, harassment and
What happened to
violation.
that? Is that the same thing or is that a different?
No, that was a different incident where Mr. Campos showed up to a friend's house, because I had spent the night there.
Wait, are you talking about something else? I'm talking about this thing with the following on the highway and stopping or whatever. What happened to that report?
That led to a detective wanting proof and screenshots, and just she gave me an email address to send anything and everything to, so I would. So they moved forward pressing charges with stalking and harassment.
They're confused about the dates and the incidents.
No, that
I'm not arguing with you. In May of 24, it was assault with a bodily injury. And
Your Honor, this is not Mr.
You know,
Campos.
it might resolve it if I let him, but I've already started the rules about not interrupting, so I'm gonna keep him. So you're gonna fix it in a minute, or you need to stop Ms. Rodriguez and we can go find out if what you're saying is the same.
Everything's wrong that they're saying.
Okay, well, May of 2024 was when Mr. Campos got charged with assault towards me and Olivia. December 2024, Mr. Campos got charged with stalking and harassment. May 2025, Mr. Campos got another charge placed on him for showing up again somewhere where I was spending the night. Mr. Campos didn't like it. That witness made a statement as well towards how did Gus even know that he lived there? How did he find me there? XYZ. If I'm not mistaken, I think Mr. Campos had to turn himself in for that incident. Why he got arrested June 29th, I don't know. That was on him. I called the police so that they can have Maddie open the door and give me my child because Gus was not there. In that court order, it shows that in that court order that you signed, it shows that she is not allowed unsupervised with my daughter. And so I have the video recording of Mr. Campos leaving the house and leaving my daughter in there. I didn't know if
This
there's an
section
adult.
is explosive. Multiple incidents spanning May 2024 to May 2025. Assault, stalking, harassment. Each side recounts conflicting versions, with the judge trying to untangle dates, charges, and police reports. Mr. Campos and Ms. Rodriguez point fingers while the court sorts truth from
in there.
accusation.
I didn't know if there's an adult in there. Her son is a minor, so who was the adult? And there was no adult there. She could have easily had me trespass that day, and
You're
she
talking
didn't.
about
She could have had. She could have pressed
his
charges.
apartment with her? Or are you talking about the bar incidents? I got confused now. I thought you were talking about
Say
something.
that one more time. I apologize.
You said June 29th. I assume that was like, what, a month ago or a month and a half ago? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, he got arrested again. I had nothing to do with that.
But how do you know he was arrested? Was it under your?
Can I explain or
Because
no?
his
Can I
ex-wife
explain?
called me telling me that he just got arrested.
Can I explain or no?
No, not yet. Let me finish.
Okay.
with her. Please let me finish with her. He
Okay.
called you to tell you he was arrested, but you know nothing about it.
No, I didn't press any charges on him that day. I didn't.
Okay, for all the other charges you say you did press, has anything happened on any of them?
No.
I'm not sure exactly what happened in May 2025 when I pressed charges. To my knowledge, when victim services called to tell me that they were probably going to do it as a violation of probation.
Not on probation.
Okay, and the May 2024 and December 2024 incidents, what's, one of them got dismissed and one of them didn't? Is that what you?
They dismissed the danger towards the minor, the assault towards the minor. They dismissed that portion. As far as the assault towards me, they have not dismissed that.
That was from the May incident of last year.
Yes.
And the December incident? And
That is still ongoing. The December 2024 stalking harassment, that is still ongoing.
And so far all you know is about one arrest, but nothing gone to court. You haven't gotten a protective order. Did you get an emergency protective order at any point?
Yes, whenever the assault occurred in May 2024.
And it lasted and expired after what, 2 weeks or something, 3 weeks?
No, it lasted 6 months. It was still ongoing in October.
You had to renew it every few weeks or something for a 6-month period?
I believe so.
It was 90 days.
Back in October 2024, when victim services finally followed up with me from a May incident, they had let me know that it was expiring at the end of October.
October of 2024.
Yes.
And you think it went for 6 months? Because I've never heard that. It's either short, 3 weeks that gets extended, or long, like 2 years or a lifetime or something.
It was something along the lines. I have the application here as well, a copy of the application. Where it went, I don't know. I sent it to the email that where the person sent it to me.
But you do not have a protective order that's a final protective order, not an emergency type thing.
No, there's a bond condition towards him. And that bond condition states that he is not allowed to make any sort of threats towards me. And so every time when he shows up and tells me that I'm going to regret being with somebody or being somewhere that I'm not supposed to be.
Okay, but has anybody filed anything yet? Even if
Have I filed something? Yes, I filed plenty of times.
Ma'am, what?
Have I filed anything? Is that what you're asking?
No, I'm talking about the prosecutors or whoever, the police or whoever.
No, if you go onto the Hayes County court calendar, everything gets reset.
Your Honor, I can shed some light.
Okay.
I'm on the Hayes County Register, and I have Mr. Compos's full criminal history that I can present to the court.
I remember this last time, and you said a bunch of stiff stuff that some of it didn't stick. I'm not sure I want to go through that again.
I can show you the exhibits, Your Honor, and you can simply look at what the Hayes registrar says and make your own determinations based on that.
You haven't submitted them already?
I'm about to.
No, but before trial, and to Mr. Campos and Ms. Rodriguez, so they both know what we're talking about.
Of course, I can submit it to all the parties.
No, I'm talking before now, not now. Yeah, anybody can do anything now.
No, Your Honor, I wasn't made aware of these
The
charges.
courtroom drama peaks with protective orders and bond conditions. Mr. Compost's access is restricted, yet the chaos continues. Ms. Rodriguez worries about threats and compliance, while the judge reviews bond conditions and criminal history. The tension is palpable. Viewers won't take their eyes
Your
off
Honor,
the
I wasn't
screen.
made aware of these charges until the midst of the hearing.
Well, Mr. Asif, I don't remember much, but I'm starting to remember this case, and I kind of remember stuff that you said a litany of 2 or 3 or 4 things, and then he disputed something, and then you said, "Oops, sorry, that last one wasn't effective." Was this?
Yes, Your Honor, I did my due diligence, and once I determined that
I
certain
know, but I don't want to do that again. No, I'm not. It's too late to be.
I feel the history of domestic violence in this case is highly relevant.
Well, then let's read.
There is no history of
File your
domestic violence.
exhibits and to let everybody see them ahead of time, including me, and we can go forward if that's what you want, Mr. Asif. I'm not going to let you submit them right this minute. No. And
Very well, Your Honor.
it's all he said, she said right now is what I'm seeing, which was last time as well. Okay, Mr. Campos, go ahead and tell me your side of what happened on each of these darn things, because you're the
Well,
one with all this history here.
Okay, if Mr. Aziz is not going to present whatever it is, if he's barely going to do it now, he's said to leave it
The
alone.
tension in this case is palpable. Mr. Rodriguez has multiple pending criminal charges, Yet we're here discussing visitation and custody. And now the court demands more clarity on every detail, including his girlfriend's presence and the child's safety.
Now you said to leave it alone. I'm just gonna leave it alone. I have some court cases coming up. You know, Ms. Rodriguez gets upset. Everything's one-sided. She could do everything to me. I can't even say a word to her. She said she doesn't want my girlfriend around. Then, but he can't pick who I have around. That's just what I'm gonna do. That very one-sided
Okay.
with her. She
I'm
can pick
talking
who I
about
can
the-
have around my daughter, but she can't. That's it.
Okay, you're changing the
And I'll leave it
subject
at
for me.
that.
I want to get done with this criminal stuff. You told me you could clear it up. Now, I'm not asking you to tell me the facts of what happened, and you could be charged.
Okay.
It could be used against you. Yes,
so-
that's can you
Yes,
just tell
ma'am.
me what court cases you have and when they're going to be resolved or what kind they are?
Yes, ma'am. So, May of 24, it was the assault on the family, the assault, whatever, and then the endangering a child. The endangering child got charged. Mrs. Rodriguez didn't. So it's still going on that. December of last year, she filed charges on me for whatever it was. Those didn't get charged till March of 24, March of 25. I got arrested May of 25, and then she pressed charges on me again recently. And she, to the thing where she said that I didn't file charges, I didn't do anything. I have pictures. She sent me pictures of her calling Buda Police Department and everything. And she filed more charges on me. Those are still pending. Those haven't been charges, just in a pre-file status. So those are the three. And the one from December is a harassment. And then the one that I got arrested in June, which when Ms. Rodriguez had filed charges on me the week prior, she knew that she filed for something, and they arrested me on the 28th. And they said, and of course it was because of Ms. Rodriguez. Ms. Rodriguez is well aware of everything that's going on. She's just acting like she
Do
doesn't.
you have court dates on any of these things now?
October 2nd for every single one of them.
And by your count is how many?
3.
And they're all going to court. Which court would you be going to?
In Hays County, just criminal court, I guess.
You don't know if it's at the county court level?
Yeah,
or
County
district
Court 3. County Court 3, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have a lawyer on any of those? Or
Yes, on all of them.
Was he appointed or retained?
Retained.
Okay. Okay.
So that's it. So that's where all the cases come from. Mr. Aziz is correct on the cases. It's just from when you file the charges to when they actually submit them to when they arrest you. It's 3 different things. It doesn't happen all on the same day.
Okay. I'm going to move on from that.
Okay.
You know, I looked at the temporary order and like I said, I'm starting to recall some of this, like not perfect memory here, but there was a dispute about the girlfriend. I didn't know anything about the girlfriend. You didn't bring the girlfriend. I heard enough to think, well, maybe the child doesn't know the girlfriend well enough yet. So let's not let the girlfriend be around whether she's a danger or not. That's my thinking. Now I looked at the temporary order. Wait a minute. I looked at the temporary order. The temporary order did say, and I did sign, that fathers shall have no paramours during the visits unless at least one other adult is present that is not the father or the paramour.
Can I
So
speak
that
on
actually means the visits too, not the exchanges. So I don't know where we
Yes.
got crosswise that you think I said something and we wrote something else.
Exactly. So I could take you back to the day that Mrs. Candace sent us the finished temporary orders. That day, that day that she read it, that day she started with her. Oh, it says you can't have Maddie around my daughter because they were wrong. We could rewatch the video. I could clip it for you where you showed that it was just at drop-offs because Mrs. Rodriguez can't handle it. Only at drop-offs. I could provide you my girlfriend's background, whatever you need.
Your
Come
Honor,
help her
this
house.
is a non-issue. Whatever, we're here
It is
today.
what do you
to
mean
get
it's a
the final
non-issue?
order
It's where I
done
live.
Because
Hold on,
That's-
Mr. Campos, hold on. Mr. Asif, you're trying to make an objection to
That's why
what?
we're here today to change them.
I didn't
Okay,
hear it because you were both talking, so start over, Mr. Asif. I didn't hear it.
I don't think it's worth litigating or raising any issues over there's no argument to be had here about what was ordered at the last setting. There's an order that is signed by you, Your Honor. It's binding and it's in legal effect.
Well, Mr. Asif, I'm well aware of that. I'm trying to figure out what Mr. Campos was thinking or why he was violating it. However, it's still an issue for a final order, and I assume, I'm guessing Ms. Rodriguez doesn't want the paramour and anybody else around.
Yes, Your Honor,
Well,
and that's why we're here. So we can
That's
change,
right.
like, if that term is to be removed, then we can do so in the final order.
Well, obviously I can. Yes, sir, I get that. You don't need to tell me that, Mr. Asif. I'm just trying to figure out why he thought different, and it seems to slightly ring a bell, but not quite, because in the order, and I read my order, sir, I approve the part that
Oh, yes.
the entire time, not just the changes.
I agree. I agree with you 100%, Your Honor.
Okay.
So I agree. You listen to hundreds of cases a day. We aren't fresh on your mind. I know it. From the day that we had the actual court date to the day that we got the orders, it was almost a month and a half later.
And
So
I
get it.
and I
So
think
I'm-
you
I'm
didn't
not
sign
saying
it,
you're-
so I don't know if there was a dispute on why y'all didn't sign it, but if I wrote it down right, the order I signed didn't have y'all signatures. That's why I was even more careful with it.
I didn't sign it because the paramour thing was never stated in court. We could go back and watch the video. But I know what Mr. Aziz is saying.
The
It's
court
null
is
and
very clear. Paramours cannot be the sole adult present during visits. Yet Mr. Rodriguez seems confused about the orders, showing the ongoing friction between these parents. Every action, every misstep is scrutinized.
Mr. Aziz is saying it's null and void, but no, it's been brought up now because Ms. Rodriguez clearly stated, "Oh, I don't want her around my daughter now."
Well, why would I when she kicked all her clothes out and threw glitter on it on June 24th along with your items?
Was she there?
Okay,
Was
here
the
we
daughter
go
there?
again.
No.
Boy, did I tell you, Ms. Rodriguez, that you could not interrupt just whenever the hell you wanted, and you just
He
did?
can?
No, you don't get to. I'm trying to keep this civil, and it's not. And you're now smirking or smiling or something like this is a joke. It's
So do
not.
you want me to frown or what would you like?
Yes,
'Cause-
that would probably be more appropriate than
Ooh.
smiling. Yes. It
Okay.
seems like a joke now.
Judge Madrigal.
No, I'm not ready to talk to either of you.
Okay.
No. Okay, point blank, Ms. Rodriguez. Do you remember any discussion by the court or what any words of the court that were different from the order? Did I just limit it to the exchanges in words but put it in the order and that was different? Is he right? Or I don't remember what I said. I'd have to go review my record too. It was
I don't
too,
remember either. A lot happened since June 12th.
Of course.
okay. Okay, that seals it for me. Any other questions of anybody else, Mr. Asif?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, then you have any closing, because I'm gonna do something, whether any of you like it or not, I'm gonna do something, I have to do something.
Yes, Your Honor.
What pleases
So-
me and what makes me feel better and safe, because I can sleep at night that I'm not putting any children in danger. One last question, Ms. Rodriguez, every time the child was with dad and came back, did you have any complaints on the child's condition when the child came back?
No. Other than when he brought her back and he mentioned she was sick, he did communicate that to me. I will give him that. He communicated on Father's Day that she had a stomach bug. I mean, he could have taken her to the doctor that day, but I guess she didn't have insurance. So he waited for me to take her the following day.
Did you tell him to? If he called you and said she's got a bug, and you didn't discuss how serious it was or not?
Well, in those temporary orders, it gives him permission to make medical decisions.
But when he called you and said she's got it, you didn't give an opinion on whether it was bad enough or not, or find out whether it should be bad enough or not to take her to a doctor and tell him, well, maybe you should do it before we wait till the next day.
Why bother whenever, I've mentioned other health concerns and he never.
Well, you just told me every time he did take her and brought her back, there was no problems except this one time. Now
I was honest about that. I mean,
I know, but now you just said there's a bunch of other times that he didn't tell you something.
no. I said there's been a bunch of other times where I've given my opinion on doctors that she does need to see because she has psoriasis and eczema. So whenever I do bring that up to him, it doesn't matter anything. So what would my opinion on her?
Those are conditions that don't happen overnight or they've already been diagnosed.
Exactly. She was born with them. So
So did you send medicine? Did you tell him how to do it? Did you tell him she had it, or you're
Do
talking
you want me
about?
to tell him
you're
how
talking
to take
about
care of his
the last
daughter?
2 months. Excuse me.
So
You want me to tell him how to take care of his daughter?
If she has a condition and it's been diagnosed and she's under some kind of prescription, yes, I do expect you to tell him about your daughter.
Oh
So
yeah,
you
he's
know,
fully
it's on the
aware
same
of
page.
like
Thank
he's
you.
fully aware of her condition. I have plenty where one time I did tell him like, hey, when you stole my keys, her medicine was in my car. I need my car keys. And what was his response? Do you want to know what his response was?
Was it during the last 6 weeks, 6 months, 2 months that I last saw you, June 12th? Was it since June
No.
12th, was it prior?
No.
It was over a year and a half ago.
Okay. Then I'm done with
So much has
questions.
changed in
Mr.
a year and a
Asif, you'll go ahead and give me a closing.
Yes, Your Honor. So, the state is requesting final orders today. I don't think there's any need for any further attempts. On the issues of the child's surname, the state has no position. On the issue of conservatorship, the state has no position. On the issue of visitation, the state has no position. On these issues, just to remind the court, Ms. Rodriguez is requesting that the child's surname remain Rodriguez. Mr. Campos is requesting it be changed to Campos. On the issue of conservatorship, Mr. Campos is requesting a joint managing conservatorship with the geographic restriction to Hayes plus contiguous counties. Ms. Rodriguez is requesting the sole managing conservatorship with the transfer to, with the geographic restriction to the state of Texas. Mr. Campos is requesting a week on, week off visitation schedule. Ms. Rodriguez is requesting the first, third, and fifth weekend at 6 p.m. Saturday to Sunday at 6 p.m. Exchange of the child to occur at the Kyle Police Department at 1700 Kohler's Crossing Road, Kyle, Texas. She's requesting that Mr. Campos cannot consume any illegal drugs or alcohol during visits and up to 24 hours prior. She's requesting that romantic partners cannot be the sole person with Mr. Campos during visits, that there must be at least one other third party. She's requesting Mr. Campos give 24 hours notice of inability to make a visit, 24 hours notice of, beg your pardon, 24 hours notice of his intent to appear at a visit. And she's requesting that Mr. Campos not be permitted any visits until he acquires a driver's license and the car seat. And on visitation, the state takes no position. On the issue of child support and medical support and dental support, Your Honor, the state is asking for the finalization of the terms of the temporary order. And we're also asking for a judgment on arrears as of July 31st, 2025 in the amount of $1,702.25 to be added to the retroactive support for the period of time between March 2024 to June of 2025, which I calculated based on the state's Exhibit 2, the average median wage for electricians, people in Mr. Campos's profession. That determined the retroactive amount to be $9,658.08. We're asking this to be added to the arrearage balance of $1,702.25 for a combined judgment of $11,360.33 to be paid off at a rate of $106 per month, with payments to be on September 1st, 2025. From what I can gather on the non-disclosure issue, it looks like both parties are requesting non-disclosure, and it looks like both parties seem okay with the use of the third-party apps such as AppClose. And Mr. Campos has testified to agreeing to pay the court costs for today's proceedings, so the state will be requesting that as well.
Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Despite your infinite wisdom, Mr. Asif, that this should be a final order, the court doesn't feel the same way, so I'm not going to do it. Y'all bought yourself another court date with me. This time I want witnesses. You bring your girlfriend, you bring whoever you want, Ms. Rodriguez. I need to hear from her and I need to look at her. I need to see her. I need to also know what happened on your criminal cases. I also need a little bit more evidence. If the state wants to provide it, you can provide it. You have your hand up, Mr. Asif. What?
Yes, Your Honor. If we are going to be doing temporary orders, then I'd like for the issues of non-disclosure, retroactive support, and court costs to be reserved, as is our usual practice with temporary orders.
Thank you. I would have done it without you, but thank you for agreeing with me on that issue. Okay, so and I'm gonna make it an in-person date. This, some things are important enough for me to see you in person and you bring a witness or two or whatever, so I can do more than just he said, she said on the computer and hope to God I got it right. I try to do better than that. I've been on the bench for over 30 years and I've seen a lot of cases. You're not my worst case. However, I think something's gone wrong that y'all thought highly of each other, just couldn't talk too much, and now it's just gotten worse. And I don't want it to be that way. I want it to work because the child is the one that's going to be the victim here between you all and y'all's petty bickering or pointing fingers or everything else. Now, your last statement on, oh, the child was fine except for he did okay. He told me about it at least, but he waited for me to do it instead of him. Well, I heard that the child was fine, whether it was with him, whether it was with him and the girlfriend, whether it was him and anybody else. Now, I'm still concerned about that darn driver's license and whether you actually drove as she testified to or not. I'm not sure I heard any dispute or I don't want to hear it at this point, but you said you're not going to get it till January. Is that what it was? February? What was it?
January of 2026, ma'am. Till then, I've never had. I've always had somebody take me. It's been my brother or my dad. I have.
And I recorded you.
Huh?
I recorded you on June 15th showing up, and you're in that recording. You said you didn't care.
Show me that you see me driving up.
Okay, no, I'm not going to have either of you show me nothing anymore. You already had your time. This is going to
You
be.
didn't give me my time to point out. You didn't. You didn't give me when you told me to take notes on comments that he was making.
I'm
I made
sorry,
those
you're
notes.
absolutely right. But I got to the point where I'm going to hear you again because I'm going to see you again. So I'm doing further temporary orders. I'm not finalizing it. So that doesn't help me, Ms. Rodriguez. Did you want to respond?
You
Go
can
ahead
do
and
it. You said
respond.
you
I
would.
said I would. I meant what I said and I forgot because I got further along on this than you did. So go ahead and talk to me and tell me quickly.
The judge refuses to finalize the order today. Instead, she sets another in-person hearing, demanding witnesses and evidence. She warns both parents, this isn't about you, it's about the child. No more petty disputes.